Tell me, this prisoner of the Haunted Helm is Teven. What it was like being a Latch Key Kid, getting taken to work with his mom, like being dragged around with his mom to work. But before we go into this, I got to get into a little exposition, just give a little background. When Teven was like stroller age, like 2 or 3 years old, you know, his brother was fucking with him. He was probably beating on him and stuff. Like his brother used to like punch on his arm until they got to his bone and stuff. And his cousins would do stuff like that too. So supposedly Teven took like a glass thing and he smashed it in his brother's face and he sent him to a hospital. Even though Teven was still getting pushed around in the stroller, he was strong enough to do that. It was a pretty big thick glass. So his brother would always give him guilt and blame him for that, even though his brother was to blame. He was beating on him and he got what he deserved. And Teven can't really even remember it, but he sort of thinks it happened. He had some like a faint memory. And then around like the 4th of July when he was like stroller age 2, his mom blamed him for Blackie dog running away. She always would be like, oh, I had to get your stroller, I had to do this, and then Blackie ran out, he heard the fireworks got in the garage. No, it's your fucking fault, you stupid asshole. But anyways, so his mom, one of the jobs she used to take him around for was inventory, and I think the girl's name was Audrey. And, you know, she had like a few dogs and stuff. And one place was kind of cool. For some reason, there was like a Roy Rogers, and it had like these houses, and they looked like cool Western homes. So sometimes we get to go there and you get to see that, and it's like one of the only decent things. But he was afraid of dogs. And the Audrey had these 2 dogs. One dog, a hot dog, like a Dachshund, was barking at Teven for like an hour. Barking. Teven was paralyzed with fear. Teven thought the dog was going to bite him if he did anything. So Teven doesn't like the dog to bark. So anyways, Fire Island, she used to babysit for this person, Emma, and she'd have Teven along with him, and the people were Susan and Eric. But like anytime she would spend any attention to Teven, she'd get in trouble. They'd yell at her. They'd make Teven feel bad. Teven felt bad. Teven wished she never existed. Teven wished she was never born. Teven wished she was dead. Teven would start thinking about suicide and things like that. Because Teven at that early age was feeling that if he wasn't there, his mom wouldn't have to suffer. But it was his mom's fault for dragging him along. So Eric and her would always make him feel bad. The baby's kid was Emma, but he didn't really have anything against Emma. So Teven would kind of be left alone and he couldn't even get any attention or any love and affection. So he'd be playing like bad video games and stuff. He had like a handheld. He didn't have any technology then. This like 1980s. So this like 1980s, early 80s, before Spaceball. Because sometimes they go on Fire Island and the mother, Susan's mother I think it was, she was pretty nice. Teven would go there sometimes and she'd have like, she had a basset hound and Teven would always play with the basset hound. So I think that's one reason why Teven got his first dog, Rex, was an eagle. And, you know, so anyways, he'd hang out with the basset hound, he'd pet the basset hound, sometimes the basset hound would howl. And they lived next to somebody, one of the houses was next to somebody's like Aunt Bancroft. She was married to Mel Brooks. They were like pretty well known, but Teven had no idea. Teven probably saw Mel Brooks, probably talked to him, probably waved to him. Teven was fixing like a fence once. He might have saw him and stuff, and you know what I mean? So Teven has nothing bad to say about Mel Brooks. If you ever had any encounters with them, they were good. There was a place on Friendly's there where you could get ice cream. That was pretty interesting. He was getting like swim lessons once, and Teven like, he relaxed. This is why Teven never relaxes, because he relaxes like one of those like circle things, and he starts drifting out the fucking sea, and he would never swim out to the platform. But he was past the platform. Teven panicked like an idiot. He jumped off the inner tube and he swims to shore. When he could have just taken the kept on the inner tube and just, you know, it would have been so much easier. Somebody on a boat got it to Teven. But you know, so there were some decent things with Fire Island. I don't remember anything weird there, but I know people that have worked there. It's like firemen, it's like garbage men. They've seen some weird BDSM stuff. And I know there were like a gay beach there with, you know, point blank the CCOM system. But so at some point after that, Teven was basically a Latch Key Kid. And Teven would come home, he'd be all alone. There'd be no one there. He'd get teased. He'd get teased. Kids would make fun of him. So it was hard for Teven to be around people, the noise, people, you know, it's just hard to function. You know what I mean? Nobody told Teven what to do. Teven got a lot of his values from comics, cartoons. They were like role models. They gave values. They gave stuff like that to Teven. You know what I mean? So Teven wasn't like really doing bad stuff. Teven would hang out with Rex. He'd talk to Rex. He'd tell him how the kids made him feel. How anytime he stood up for himself, authority would go after him. Authority would always punish him. Just like now, you had the guy on the cross, like state lines, to do the right thing. shoot riding looters, thugs, and what happened to him? What happened to DeVell Gardner? Why don't we, if we're going to stop sports, why don't we stop after DeVell Gardner? You know what, DeVell Gardner, I often think, people would think, like, why does DeVell Gardner have to die? The guy's 20 years old, he was doing, if he was gone, everything would be great. So, even today, Teven always just thinks, like, he's the problem, like, people would be better off without Teven. Nobody would care about Teven. Nobody would mind if Teven was dead. And a lot of that stems from, you know, being the Latch Key Kid, and also getting taken to work with his mom, and, like, anytime his mom would give him love or affection, or even pay any attention to him, his mom would get in trouble, you know, to get yelled at. The people would talk about him. People would say bad things about him that his mom worked for. And Teven could hear it all, and it would make Teven feel really bad. You know, Teven was only like maybe 5, 10 years old around then. But Teven was a Latch Key Kid probably from around the time when he was like 10ish or whatever. You know, his dad died when he was in 8th grade, so you know what I mean? Teven would come home, he'd lock the door and stuff like that. And once when Teven was gone, you know, the house got robbed and all this other stuff happened. We'll tell that tale another time. That would be another Prisoner of the Horn Hound. But, you know, I really appreciate the people to watch these, and I hope it really gives people some solace. But, yeah, being a Latch Key Kid can be difficult. Getting dragged to work can be really tough. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's really tough. Depends what job they have and what the occupation is. But, you know what I mean? If you get made to feel bad about because you're there, it's difficult. So, you know, I try to keep doing these, even though they're not that popular, and, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I hope everyone's doing all right. And, you know, remember, when it's cold and when it's dark, the freezing blood can obsess you.